Well, I want to talk to you tonight not about politics and not about party. And while there are many important issues we'll hear discussed in this convention and throughout this campaign, tonight I want to talk to you from my heart about our hearts. I want to talk not about what divides us, but what holds us together as an American family. I want to talk to you tonight about that one great thing that unites us, that one great thing that brings us our greatest joy when times are good, and the deepest solace in our dark hours. Tonight, I want to talk to you about love. I want to talk to you about the deep and abiding love I have for a man I met at a dance many years ago, and the profound love I have, and I know we share, for this country. I have been all across this country, and I know a lot of you guys. And I have seen and heard stories of how hard it is to get ahead now. Do you know what? I've heard your voices. They've said to me, I'm running in place and we just can't get ahead. Sometimes I think that late at night, if we were all silent for just a few moments and listened carefully, we could hear a collective sigh from the moms and dads across America who made it through another day and know that they'll make it through another one tomorrow. But in the end of that day moment, they just aren't sure how. And if you listen carefully, you'll hear the women sighing a little bit more than the men. It's how it is, isn't it? It's the moms who have always had to work a little harder to make everything right. It's the moms of this nation, single, married, widowed, who really hold this country together. We're the mothers. We're the wives. We're the grandmothers. We're the big sisters. We're the little sisters, and we are the daughters. You know it's true, don't you? I love you, women! Some of you might not know this, but I am the granddaughter of a Welsh coal miner. He was determined that his kids get out of the mines. My dad got his first job when he was 6 years old in a little village in Wales called Nantyhoflin, cleaning bottles at the Collier's Arms. When he was 15, Dad came to America. In our country, he saw hope and an opportunity to escape from poverty. He moved to a small town in the great state of Michigan. There he started a business, one he built by himself, by the way. When Mitt and I met and fell in love, we were determined not to let anything stand in the way of our life together. I was an Episcopalian. He was a Mormon. We were very young, both still in college. There were many reasons to delay marriage, and you know what? We just didn't care. We got married and moved into a basement apartment. We walked to class together, shared the housekeeping, ate a lot of pasta and tuna fish. Our desk was a door propped up on sawhorses. Our dining room table was a fold-down ironing board in the kitchen. But those were the best days. Then our first son came along. All at once, I'm 22 years old with a baby and a husband who's going to business school and law school at the same time. And I can tell you, probably like every other girl who finds herself in a new life, far from family and friends, with a new baby and a new husband, that it dawned on me that I had absolutely no idea what I was getting into.
coming on stage at the end of his wife's interesting speech. He got a great reaction in the hall. Joining me now is Bill Schneider. Bill, the crowd loved her. That's what we expected.
That's what we expected, but she made a very important point. She said, you can trust Mitt Romney. A lot of people don't trust Mitt Romney, partly because he didn't release all his tax returns. She assured them that he's a trustworthy man, and she said he will not fail. That's very resonant, because a lot of people think Obama made big promises, but he disappointed the country and he failed. She's saying he will not disappoint you.
She said beforehand she was going to speak from the heart, and then she said she wasn't going to talk about politics. There was a combination of both there, wasn't there?
Of course there was, but it was a very personal speech in which she tried to sell Mitt the husband, Mitt the man, Mitt the man who trusted in her and who devoted his life to his children and his grandchildren. So she made a very personal speech. That's what she was supposed to do.
Very briefly, will that help him get a bump?
It might help. You know what? I think it'll help her get a bump. I think Americans knew nothing about her, and she gave a very impressive performance.
Bill, thanks for being here with us as we listened to Ann Romney.